like we're, because we put a lot of money and time into our marketing efforts. That's your background, that's my background. So we have to track what we're doing. It's like in my previous life, if I didn't sell enough pepperoni, we didn't pay the light bill. I always need to know what was going on in the market and what I thought I could sell, and constantly study the market. You and I are doing the same thing in real estate.
Yep. And I had another listing. One agent told him 1.8. And I'm like, I don't think I can get that for you. And the wife said, well, the husband's not going to sell it unless he gets 1.4. They bought the house a few years ago. It was like around 600. Nothing had been done. And I'm looking at this house. Well, nothing in this area has sold for 1.5 in 2 years. My headspace, I said, we can list it at 1.5. I have no problem with that, but be prepared that you're going to get offers around 800,000 and 900,000. How do you feel about that? Anyway, I didn't get the listing, but he did list for 1.5, and that agent is, I can't imagine the stress that they're going to be under, because the property will not sell.
It's not going to sell for that. And that's kind of like a twofold thing there. Number one, you and I know, the agents during COVID, they were popping up like Pop-Tarts out of a toaster, right? And between COVID and HGTV, they think this is an industry where it's just really easy and you run out and you do it. You and I know the truth behind it. But the other thing is that, when people talk to me and they say, well, I want this or I'm not selling, that's when I sit them down and say to them, I completely understand where you're coming from. I'll give you a perfect story.
Yep, we have a lot of those stories.
Okay, so I knew this agent last year and I was selling my house, so I decided to list with her. Wonder who that was.
I wonder who that was.
And you and I both know, what did David say? I want $1 million.
Yep.
And you and I said the house worth $899. And by Jesus, I'll tell you, Sandra, my husband had to be the toughest client that I ever had to deal with, and he was your client, but I had to live with him. So I'm the one who had to listen to him every night. So, like I said to him, David, you can choose to accept, and I say this to my sellers with all respect and understanding, is that you can choose to accept what a buyer is willing to pay you to sell your house, or you can choose to not sell your house. It's up to them.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
And so let's just go back to the market now.
Can I jump just back one second on my house?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So
but she was a great realtor.
Thank you. So remember, we did the first price adjustment of 25. We went down to 950.
Yep.
Okay. And then I wanted the house sold. I knew what the value was, and David was insisting on